Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Excited to have my next guest on the show because last time we had him, it was virtual, and it's always nice to be in person. He has just completed and launched his second book. He had the big book launch on March the 20th. I'm joined by artist and author David Kearn. David, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Just great to be here, Derek. And as you say, live as well, as opposed to, I mean, Zoom's great. It's kept
for
us
sure.
going,
Absolutely,
but, live is better.
Kept me working, so I have I have no problem with that.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it is. Congratulations! You've written a second book, and an intriguing title for this one. It's called One Summer Along the Trans-Canada Trail, and I'm guessing this is a very personal story.
Yes, and Plein-Air painting in Ottawa-Gatineau is the kind of subtitle because that's what it's about. It's about painting in the region, but I've been on the Trans-Canada Trail throughout the summer, and it gathered momentum. I had a show in the fall, and now I've put my experiences and paintings into a book.
What's the difference between, obviously you have an art studio and you spend a lot of time in there, the difference between painting in studio and Plein-Air? Yeah,
I'm known more as a studio artist. I've done a lot of figurative work. That was more the focus of my last book. But this last summer, right, I've always done a little bit of plein-air work, normally with watercolor because it's easy to transport. Okay. But this last summer I got some oil paints out. I got a little bit more serious about it. I started working in some of the local parks, and then along the way I suddenly realized everywhere I went, I was on the Trans-Canada Trail.
Interesting.
And it just became a bit of a project to see if I could find some cool painting spots from the north of Gatineau, that's in the city limits, just on the edge of the Gatineau Park, through to the southwest of the greater Ottawa, right? And that resulted in me doing 60-odd paintings. And I've got 43 of them in my book, along with some anecdotes and a little bit of local history. I learned some history along the way.
Can you share something with us?
Well, yeah. Just down the road here at Remick Rapids, right? Yeah. It's a water pumping station that was put in for a small nuclear reactor. Believe it or not, at Tully's pasture. Yes, you just check it out. Yeah, now the nuclear reactor is long gone, but the pumping station's still there. That's what it is, right?
I think when people think of the Trans-Canada Trail, an image comes to mind, right? You kind of see the same thing along the way. That's not necessarily the case. What sort of unique areas did you find along your?
I mean, in the local region here, right? The trail follows the multi-use pathways that are kind of ubiquitous throughout the region, right? So often people don't really realize they're on the Trans-Canada Trail because it's kind of piggybacking on the trails that we have here, right? Right. But yes, it's here, and it comes in from the north of Gatineau. Winds its way through the extensive parkland there, and crosses the Alexander Bridge. Heads off to Rideau Hall, comes back along the parkway. As far as Andrew Hayden Park, and then it heads off southwest, Bell's Corners, Canada, Stittsville, and then exits towards Carlton Place.
Did you have a favorite little spot?
Well, it's funny. Like every spot I had was my favorite one, right? Because on the day,
you're a typical artist. Every spot had something intriguing. I love it.
But I got to tell you, I'm really fond of the last painting I did, which is a nondescript place called, in terms of being scenic, Dwyer Hill Road, which is just it's all west of Stittsville, right? And I think I love it so much because it's just a little painting of the trail, nothing else.
Is it the last one in the book?
It's actually the last one in the book.
I'm gonna find it here.
Yeah, we can find it there.
Okay.
It'll be it's not. I lie.
I caught him in a lie. I'm just kidding.
Second last one.
There it is right there. There it is right there.
Right. Yeah. Right. And actually, another one I like is as I have it here in the studio. Right. So.
No, you can talk about that one as well.
So this one is just down the road from here, right? It's on the parkway looking across at Gatineau.
Okay.
So I brought that in just because
nice.
it's actually the closest painting to where we are today.
To where we're standing right
that's
today?
Exactly so.
It's
yes.
brilliant you brought it in then.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. I know now you've got some partnerships too, right? With the Trans-Canada Trail and with some local artists within the region and beyond. What do those partnerships look like?
So I'm going to be coordinating sort of my plein-air work with the Trans-Canada Trail folks, right? Which is great. And they came along to the launch and they've given me a real good boost. And already sort of 4 or 5 artists in the region are posting on Instagram to hashtag Trans-Canada Trail Painting.
Oh, terrific.
Right? And my plan is I'm going to try and get artists engaged across the country to post their experiences on the trail. You know, sort of whether they're actually out there on the trail or whether they've done a studio work that relates to something that's on the trail, right? I'm going to try and kind of connect and get a little bit of a buzz going about painting outside and do that through this summer.
Yeah,
yes.
I think that's just a fantastic idea. Where can people find your books before I run out of time here?
Yeah, so the book's in the National Gallery bookstore.
Okay.
And the Ottawa School of Art. So those are the two main outlets for physical copies. But you can get the book directly from our website as well, and all davidkearn.com, and all of those are the locally printed version, which I've kind of personally sort of looked to make sure we've got some really good quality, and I think you'll agree that it's a really nice product, right?
Congratulations, David, again on your second book. Before I run out of time, I want to let everyone know David and his wife put on workshops, Plein-Air workshops. You can go out, you can paint with David and his wife. There's availability. I think you're starting next week.
Yes, next week. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a painting session just down the road again, Rebic Rapids.
DavidKearn.com. Find out more information. We'll be right back after this.